Hi everyone, Dave here at East Rosebud Fly and Tackle. Good morning and welcome. Today I'm going to show you some ways to strip peacock quill. Strip peacock quill has a long history in dry flies. It's used because of its segmentation effect and because it's fairly easy to come by. But there are differences in the peacock quills and the eyes that you're using. You're using the portion of the eye, the colored portion here. But what you're looking for, and I'm not sure how well this will tie on camera, this peacock quill eye is pretty dark on the back side. This is much lighter. The lighter, the better, because you'll have a better contrast between the light and the dark. The dark area is actually where the herl is growing, and we're going to be removing that to expose that color. Now it's funny that the right side of the eye for a right-handed tyer, the right side stripped quills will allow you to tie the peacock quill in by the tip so that you get a natural taper towards the hook eye. If you select them from this side of the eye, you'll have to tie it in by the base for that stripe to show. So you have a choice there. Just be aware that they yield different results. Historically, they've said either strip it with fingernail. Of course, you have to have fingernails to do that, which I don't. Use a natural rubber eraser. I'll show you what that looks like. Or a method that I like the best is simply using a good stiff bodkin needle. Like I said, I'm using a peacock eye with the lightest background that I can find. That just gives us better contrast. So I've cut off a couple of pieces here from the eye. You're only going to be using the bottom third of the herl here. The top third is just way too fine, but say the rubber eraser method is effective. You basically just stroke it, flip it over, stroke it. Peacock herl does not grow straight out from the sides. It grows in a V-shaped. So this method is a little tedious, and if you only need a few, it's one way to go. It does gum up the eraser, and it's not obviously my favorite method. If you have a good stiff bodkin like this, simply lay that parallel. The pressure, you kind of have to learn how much pressure. But when you get it just right, like this, the herl just peels right off. And then we'll flip it and get the rest of it. Now, if you're doing a lot of flies where you need a lot of this, then the best method is to dip the eyes in liquid paraffin, let them dry. I don't have the right angle here. Let them dry, and then you can just take the fibers off, peel the wax off, and all the herl, or the flue, is what they call it, comes off with it. So anyway, if you're going to be using some stripped peacock quill, there's a couple of ways to do it. It does make for a beautiful body, which you'll see in the close-up. Thanks everybody. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next time.